This story took place many years ago. I grew up in a pretty small neighborhood, and I pretty much knew everyone who lived around me. Our house was at the very end of the street. At the other end was a popular park that everyone, especially children, went to. My sister loved to go on walks very late at night and would usually go to the swing set at the park and swing there for a while because nobody else would be around to bother her. The park layout had the playground next to a path that led into a wooded area, with the only light source coming from a building next to the swing set. One night, maybe around 1 or 2 a.m., my sister walked down to the park. She was swinging for maybe about 10 minutes when she felt something was wrong. It was that unmistakable feeling you get when you feel like you're being watched. She didn't think much of it until this random guy seemed to come out of nowhere and sat on the swing next to her. This stranger kept trying to make conversation. He kept asking her if she lived around the park and how old she was. Around this time, my sister was 18 or 19 years old and was fairly small, and she looked a lot younger for her age. She didn't want to be around the swings anymore, so she texted me, telling me to call her. I was very confused, but I could just tell that something was wrong. I called her, and she picked up very quickly. I asked her what was going on. "Oh, you need me home? I'll be there right away." This further confused me. I could then hear her telling someone that she had to go. As soon as she walked far enough away, she explained everything to me. She walked up the concrete steps that led into the parking lot, and before she crossed the street, she looked back, and to her absolute horror, she noticed 3 other figures had emerged out of the woods. Each seemed to be carrying some sort of weapon. She immediately turned back and ran home, turning a 2-minute walk into 30 seconds. She slammed the door shut and locked it immediately as soon as she got back. My sister doesn't scare easy, but this was one of the only times I had ever seen her truly frightened. I don't like thinking about what would have happened if she didn't leave that situation when she did. She was mere seconds away from being ambushed. After that night, she no longer went on her late walks to the park, and now always carries a pocket knife for her protection.